Hi everybody! Today I wanted to read a book that I wrote back in 2007 called Ladybugs in a Blink. And so this is a book that I actually made. I do want to make a bookmaking class, but I've been on that for a little while with Sam and Slay. But here's the front pages that I included and the end pages. This is actually just wrapping paper, super cool, and cardboard from cereal box. So yeah, here it goes. Ladybug in a Blink. And I put illustrated by Candace Barch and Shawna Radisky. So that was my old last name, and my friend's name is Candace, and she drew some of those pictures. I believe this was one she drew, and I drew some of the pictures. All insects must have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen, as well as 2 antennas to sense the world around them. Insects must have 6 jointed legs and an exoskeleton. Ladybugs are just one insect that are a very special friend. So if you see here, here's the exoskeleton of the ladybug, the abdomen, the thorax, here's his head, here's his antenna, his 6 jointed legs. So that makes him an insect. Different types of ladybugs have different amounts of spots. The different sized dots look like painted on polka dots. There are over 4,500 different ladybugs to name. Can you spot 2 on the left that are exactly the same? So it's kind of tricky to see here because they're stickers and they're kind of shiny. So I might just point them out to you if I can remember where they are. So I have this one here and that one there. And I think there's another one somewhere close to the bottom. I do believe it's, I can't seem to find it. Well, I might have to save that one for another day. There's a lot of different ladybugs. And then I just put some end notes here, just where I got some of my information. If you make a book and you include information from another book, it's important that you include the information that you got the book from. Ladybugs have 2 sets of wings to adore. One set is transparent and the other is a bright color. The outer wings, are known as elytra, are mostly for protection, and it says to feel the flying wings hidden underneath the abdomen section. So here's the underneath wings, and they feel kind of plasticky here. And so they're transparent, which means clear, so you can see through them a little bit. And so here's some of the information where I got the information from for those facts. Ladybugs are very helpful critters, many farmers would say. They eat those pesky aphids that destroy my crops. Hooray! This avoids using harmful pesticide on our fresh produce. Can you count the number of ladybugs that are on the loose? So can you count with me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ladybugs crawling around the farmer. Sometimes when predators want to have a yummy ladybug feast, they ooze orange fluid from their leg joints, giving an awful taste. Spiders and birds then look for something else to eat they like. Can you spot the lonely ladybug tangled in the web on the right? There he goes. There he is right there. And so here's where I got some of the information for those facts. And so sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, but when a ladybug's crawling on your hand, have you ever noticed the orange oozing stuff that comes? And sometimes people think it's pee, but it's not pee. It's just a special fluid that comes from their leg joints. Isn't that cool? Ladybugs do not have that many natural enemies. If they sense danger, they play dead and show their underbellies. Some enemies are spiders and people who do not look to see. Can you find at least 3 ladybugs that are acting quite silly? And so here's where I found the information from that. That's right there. And let's see if we can find the silly ladybugs. Are you ready? Boop, ba, da, boop, boo. That ladybug's acting like a Superman. That's pretty silly. And this ladybug. Oh, he's jumping on a trampoline. Boing, boing. Isn't that funny? Ladybugs can't jump on trampolines. Well, maybe they could a little bit. Peek. And one's peeking from a rock. And this one says, "Peekaboo, I see you." And he's coming out from underneath the dandelion. Peek. Isn't that funny? Ladybugs can be found outside in your own backyard. Be sure to look on the ground to avoid being caught off guard. If you spot one of these special insect creations, be sure to take a peek before they go into hibernation. And there's one just about to go into hibernation. Ooh. And they usually go in late fall into hibernation. And then so here's the end, and it says about the author. So this was a picture of me and my little niece Shanley. And it says, Shawna comes from a large family with 5 younger siblings and 1 older. She has enjoyed reading stories to children since her first younger sister was born. She is currently pursuing a degree in education, aspiring to be an elementary school teacher. Ever since she can remember, Shawna has appreciated nature and all of its magical wonder. She spends much of her spare time surrounded by nature, listening to the musical sound of birds and watching the many creepy crawler critters go by. And that is still the case. Miss Shawna loves her insects. So isn't that cute? I wonder how many insects we could find on this page. So cool. And there's the end pages. So there you have it. Ladybugs in a blink. Super cool. Thanks for watching.